Esther, how you did in your score in the model quiz? Diana, how was your score?
8 to 10.
8 out of 10.
8 and 1.
All right. So how many questions did you miss? One?
1.
Perfect. And how did you feel?
I feel comfortable, but I think that I can't read very well the question that I mistake, because if I think it was easy, but maybe with the, I don't know, some nervous, I think so. I can't read very well and I miss one.
Yeah, that's normal. We start like feeling fears, but then fears stay behind. Maiden, how did you go in the test, in the model test?
Um, can you repeat,
Yeah,
please?
how was your score in the listening quiz? Did you
And
did you take the quiz in the model, the listening quiz?
yes, the last week,
Okay. And what score did you get?
but
Well, if you want to share the score with us, of course you are not. It's not mandatory to share your score. But when I took
four.
score, yeah. When I take that course, I also failed some items. So I got 6 out of 10, sometimes even 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10. That varies from quiz to quiz. So, but the idea is to take all the quizzes because it makes you feel your fears, okay? You face your fears, and that's great. Steven,
I got 10.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Thank
Keep
you.
keep going in that path, in that road.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, I need a volunteer who can make a record or an overview of what we saw in the previous class.
Tutor, I need your help because I can access and model. The plan for me is confused. I don't see the currently date to enter the first quiz.
All right.
I can understand very well the mechanics of this platform.
So,
Could you help
this,
me, please?
yes, Gisela, mira, this is what we are going to do. Give me your contact, okay, information in the chat, and I'm going to talk with our tutor. She have the power to do something
Okay.
about that. Okay, don't worry because you have the attitude and disposition to take the quiz. That's different to a student that is very relaxed and easygoing. You know,
Okay.
by the contrary, you are showing your best attitude to take the test, and that's
I'm going to send you. I should send the all information. What teacher, what tutor, and you or other person.
you can leave your personal data with me, okay? And I'm going to share that
Oh,
information with my tutor. I will let her know that your situation and your concern.
okay,
But in
I
the
will do. Thank you
in
so
the
much.
person, okay. So guys, I need a volunteer to make an overview of the previous class.
Okay.
Um,
What do you need to tutor?
An overview. Do you remember what we did in the previous class?
Yes.
What was the main topic, the central topic?
Um, the main topic, but we were talking about ourselves. We were talking about the test. We introduce ourselves. Then we practice with the questions. I asked my classmate, then she asked another person. Yes.
Yes, that's kind of what we did in the previous class. Basically, we are going to continue with the same dynamic. It's for this class is there is a similar exercise, but it centers or focus on Kai part 2. Okay, the second part, and it's an interactive part because we need to work collaboratively. Okay, so
Okay.
if one of you, Smith, can work with me. I'm going to show my presentation and slides over here. This is my uh, awkward agenda for today, an ice-breaking activity, and this have to do with this uh, quote that is over here. Then we have Kai part 2. It have to do what we saw with your video. I mean, for the second week. Item
Okay.
4 and 5 is to practice. So that's the part when we are going to work together in couples, in pairs. And number 6 is the last part, is the leave taken. So this quote that is over here is for you.
Yes.
Read the quote silently and then share your experience, your thoughts about what it's make you feel.
Tutor, I can see the slides.
All right. Oh, you're right. Give me a
Can't
second.
see the neither.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Can you see the quote
Yes.
now? Okay.
Yes.
Read the quote silently, and then I'm going to individually ask you what you think of that sentence. Ready? Let's start with Maiden. Maiden, can you hear me? Maiden, partner. Maiden, please. You are the first one. Share your impression with us. What do you think of that quote? Before sharing your words, please read the quote aloud.
I must read the slide.
Yeah, read the quote aloud.
Nobody now and think what I'm now knowing the smart in the world.
Correct. Give me a short thoughts about that phrase.
Can you
Okay, now let's hear Emily. I haven't greet Emily today. Emily, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Better. How are you?
Um, I'm fine. And
That's
you?
good. I'm fine. I just want to hear your voice. Share with us what's your impression about this quote.
Um, this teacher Socrates.
Yeah, the quote, the phrases.
Um,
Why? Share, share with us. What do you think?
okay. Well, Socrates, when not wrong, the lesson we understand on the more we understand, we are more clever. We will be. I don't know.
Yeah, that phrase is so true. Diane Catherine, please share with us what do you think about that phrase. Maybe we agree, maybe we don't, but let me know what you think.
I agree because I think nobody has the absolutely truth, and I think that I study every day and with effort. I could be the smart women in the world, but we can study and read and go on with our studies.
Thanks, Diane. Let's hear now our friend Steven.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Well, I think it's a very confused quote. I don't know why, but it's like nobody knows anything, but I know nothing. I'm the smartest smart in the world. It's like nobody knows or nobody has the knowledge, neither I. So it's like everybody's equal and everybody has the same knowledge. So I'm the smartest person because I know the I have the same knowledge, the same people, the other people in the world. It's quite confused. Tudor, I think you had your microphone mute.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah, I was saying that I totally agree with you.
but I can hear you, but very sure I can hear you very well.
I was saying that I completely agree with you. You got it right.
Yeah, it's confused, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's 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 the contrary. I mean, here the highest value is over the person that knows less than the person who knows, and that has a strong reason. When you have studied and you know everything, there is nothing else that you can learn. By the contrary, when you know nothing, you have miles of things to learn.
Yeah.
That's that's
When you
why
know nothing, you can learn more.
so that's why you have to value uh, knowing nothing. And that phrase can be rephrase or paraphrase in many other ways, but basically it means the same.
I think
Gisela,
he's okay.
okay, Gisela, did you remember this psychologist, Vygotsky?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you remember or can you recall his theory? What was Vygotsky important?
Because it was important because it's a his theory said about the importance of the work in groups, the collaborative work in pairs, the learning occur in the social environment.
Correct. I agree, completely agree with you. And that's what this phrase have to do with. I mean, we can learn without the mediation of the society.
Yes.
One, when is our knowledge valid? When we can prove that that knowledge is accepted by the society, by a community. The more people accept what I know, so better my knowledge. Well, I think that we are ready. We can conclude that topic, and we can move now to CAE Part 2. In CAE Part 2, you will face something like this, okay? We are going to work on pairs, and we are going to make an academic exercise. Two persons, let's say Diane and Steven, work together. Steven select two of these pictures, and based on that picture, Diane answered one of these two questions. One of the two questions. Then we change the role. We exchange the role, and Diane asks the other question and select two based on two of these questions. Can what is it clear, Emily? Did you understand the mechanic of this exercise?
Maybe just
Okay. Let's say you are going to work with Gisela. Okay. So you select, let's say, picture 1 and picture 3. And you raise a question to Gisela. Gisela answer the question based in picture 1 and picture 3. When Gisela has answered your question, then you change the role. Gisela select two of these two pictures and raise the other question to you, and you answer to Gisela. Basically, is what you saw in the video, but this is the practical, the experiential part. All right.
Good.
Okay. This is number 9. Okay. In this part, in this part, work together Emily and Diane. Diane, select two of these two pictures of three pictures and write the question to Emily.
Picture number 2 and picture number 3.
Okay, Emily, picture number 2 and 3.
And the question is number 1.
Go ahead, Emily. Or do you want Diane to read out the question?
okay. Two pictures. Okay, so teacher, I noticed a family, mother and daughter cooking. I should not notice.
What about now? Can you see better?
No, es que me aparecen los globitos de las imágenes, ahí tapan la imagen.
Mm. Answer. You have to answer based on picture number 2 and number 3. Emily,
The three pictures in our grandmother and granddaughter looking at photos, memories of the family.
yes. Keep going. I want to make a break to, to share with you some words. Basically, the purpose of this exercise is that you can get familiar with the topic of the video, the part 2. Why? Because you have to apply all that was suggested during the video. Okay? Use connectors. Uh, do not focus in what is obvious. Do you remember those tips? What else? Contrast and compare. Search for the similarities and the differences. So in picture 2 and 3, you have to somehow find the similarity and also the contrast, the differences. Well, Emily, Emily, are you there? Well, looks like Emily is having trouble. Okay, looks like Emily is having trouble. Diane, please work with Steven. Write the question to Steven based on the picture.
Do I have to choose a picture, or she has to choose a picture for me?
Initially, she select the picture for you,
Okay.
and you answer based on that selection.
Okay.
Then you select the picture, and she answer based on your selection.
Okay.
A picture, the same pictures, number 2 and number 3.
Okay, go ahead.
What question? One or two?
1.
Why might the people be talking to each other? Well, I think people might be talking to each other because they are sharing time together. They are learning from each other, and as we see, for example, an old person and a young person, in this case, ladies. And I think the young person is learning something important from the old person, from her grandmother or from her mother. Picture number two, she's like learning how to cook, something from her mother. And number three, she's like seeing pictures, memorizing or remembering uh, something from the past. They seem like a Asian family. So I think they are sharing good time. They are keeping a conversation, and they are they are sharing their knowledge.
Good, interesting. Well, now it's your turn, Steven. But I don't
Okay.
know. Wait a second. Please select 2 of 6 and write the question to Diane.
Okay, number one, the guy with ball, and number five, the lady with a book.
Yeah.
So
And
how difficult might it be for these people to make their hopes and dreams come true? Which one two are more likely to become? Okay, yes.
well, give me a second because there is something I miss in this exercise. Let me fix it because I need you to. Perfect.
Excuse me, to may you give me a second? Someone is knocking the door.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Okay, much better. Did you got to know his selection, Diane? Number 1 and number 5.
Yes.
Question number 1. I'm going to give you 1 minute, okay? Remember, try to find similarities and differences and use the connectors that is suggested on the video.
Okay.
Start now.
Okay. I think the similarities of each picture is that they want to realize her dreams. I think the dreams of the boy is maybe becoming a baseballer. Uh, and I think the dream of the girl is maybe travel travel to Africa. I don't know, maybe know the wild animals. But I think that they have the same purpose, that is come through her or their dreams, and no more.
Well, stop. Well, that was a good job. You, you used your time wisely. 1 minute. When you talk about, I mean, the person, you say baseball player, right? That's good.
Okay,
Well,
thank you. I
don't-
I don't know how to say that.
yeah, sometimes.
Baseball is not baseball player. Thank you, teacher.
Well, now it's the opportunity for Gisela. I don't know, Emily. Give me a second. Emily and Maiden. Well, this couple is Maiden, Gisela. Gisela, select 2 different pictures. You, what options you have? You have 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Gisela, your microphone is mute.
Okay, thank you. I choose the third and fourth picture for her.
Okay. Third and fourth.
Yes.
Okay. Maiden. Third and fourth on the second question.
Lo guardó en la nevera, pero arriba, abajo en el congelador. De su papá
Or
que
it
se
could
lo...
be the same question. It's up to you. Are you ready, Maiden? Go ahead.
I have to try the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. The third picture, there is little boy in
Wait
the
a second.
car.
Wait a second. Maiden, wait a second. The idea, just to make a brief break, is that you can not only describe but contrast and compare. Okay? Because basically what you are going to do is apply what you saw in the video, because that's part CAE part 2, and you have 1 minute, no more, no less. So use your time. Give me a second.
Yeah, okay.
Better.
Okay,
Are you ready?
ready.
Start. Go ahead.
The first picture, mm, the boy is playing in a car, while the fourth picture, the boy is playing in the park. On the other hand, the third picture, the boy is the boy has the shirt white.
Stop. Stop. Because I have there we have 1 minute. Well, I think we're done. But that part. Now comes Steven. Haven't participated yet because he have to leave. Steven,
Yes.
please work in conjunction with with Diane. Work in conjunction with Diane and try to select the rest. Okay, let's change. Okay, better.
So do I choose the pictures for her?
Yeah, and she's
Okay.
going to answer, and then
Okay, so picture number one and picture number two. The question, the first one, how might the people be feeling?
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start. I don't know it. Number two, for me, is too confused. I don't know very well the the idea, but I think the girl is too tired, and maybe yes, maybe she's tired because of maybe she was walking, And number two, they are very happy. I think they are, or they are I don't know, working together. I don't know, teacher.
You have 6 seconds remaining. Okay, stop.
Mm,
For
I,
this, yeah, go ahead.
no, I don't know what happened with the girl in the picture number two. And for me, it's too confused. I don't know how she feeling.
Yeah. Well, actually, this is a great opportunity to reflect over how are we going to start talking and give our speech. Because sometimes when we run out of time, then we reflect, we say, but I could say this and I could talk about that. But the issue is that you don't talk when you need, right? So a good way to tackle this situation is by writing what you want to say. Okay, like I try to make like a brainstorming. Maybe you can see my note over here, but I make a note in the center and I brainstorm my idea. So then I start talking around that idea. And the idea is that you can select 3 to 4 keywords and start talking about that word. So that way you don't run out of word. You use your vocabulary and you prime your grammar. So that's why basically it's important to write, because it helps us not only to organize our thoughts, but to express better. Well, it's your turn, Diane. Select 2 pictures and make the other question to Steven.
Okay. Picture two and three, and the second question.
Okay. Are you running the time, the tutor?
Tell me, Steven.
Are you running the time
Wait a
chronometer?
second. Go ahead.
Okay. Picture number two. We can, I don't know, like see this girl 2 different points of view, because she seems tired. As Diana mentioned, she looks tired. She seems to be walking. She's drinking water. So if we see from the another point of view, she looks very relaxed. She's maybe seeing the landscape and she's doing just nothing, just thinking about life. But it seems to be she's tired. And number three, well, we can see if it's a boy or it's a lady. But the only thing we can see is a lake, and that person is very relaxed. Maybe thinking about life, maybe thinking about the future, and thinking what is gonna happen later. Both of them show a very relaxed people. That's it.
Thanks, Steven. Good, a really good intervention, because I mean this type of activity is very demanding, and sometimes I'm going to tell you, and you are going to reflect over it. When you face this type of activities, not all the time you have to say the truth. That was something that I learned from my uh, former uh, instructor and tutor, because let's let's be real, okay? Let's be honest. This is not about how much grammar you have, how much logic you are, but how well you can keep the flow of a conversation. So the more you talk, the better you are scored. So it doesn't mean that you have to say the truth about what you're seeing. You can invent, you can make up new things. But the idea is that you can speak a minute long. Okay, every second counts. Every second counts. So the only way to mark the difference is by talking and not to run out of words. That's why it's important adjective, adverbs, to make connections, to be creative. And that creativity also means that you have to invent. Okay? So
Okay.
I'm saying this because I know that you have many vocabulary and many words in your mind, but the idea is not to run out of words. Now, let's give the opportunity to Maiden and Gisela again. Gisela, you go first. Go ahead.
Okay. I have to choose the picture for her.
Yes.
Okay, I
And also,
choose.
and also, uh, read out loud the question, please.
Okay, I choose the first and third picture. And first question, how might the people be feeling? Maiden, are you
Yeah.
there?
Okay. Yes. The first picture describe the a person walking in the desert, while the second picture, a man is walking in the beach. On the other hand, the first picture, the man is the man. No.
Okay, we we complete 1 minute. Now is your turn, Maiden. Select two other pictures and write the question to Gisela.
Okay. The I choose the first picture and two pictures.
First
Three,
and second?
and four. Three and two.
Okay, thank you. And the first picture, I can see a desert. He's a man. He could be taking advantage of their free time to walk in distance place and work, thinking in many things of his life. Um, I believe that he preferred spending time itself and walking in a quiet place. And in the second picture, there is a person kindling in the Arctic, um, skating, skating through the snow. It's a cold day because it's a winter season. Mm, I think that he's prefer uh, to advantage the quarantine time for snow, for snowing, for see the snowing, and share a time in the installation. What time I have finished? Okay.
Shut off your microphone.
Thanks, Steven. I was talking with my microphone mute. I was just sharing some words about speaking. I mean, the more you speak, the better you're speaking, right? So that's why we have to try to show pace with speaking. I don't know. Give me a second. I need to share with you, with all of you. Okay, it's not now, but I'm going to share with you a link to a radio. And I want you, if possible, Diane, Steven, Maiden, Emily, Gisela, if possible, 24/7, guys, all the time, be listening. So this radio is in English. Um, the problem is that, you know, the trendy topic now is the US election. And the newscasters are talking all the time about Donald Trump and Joe Biden. There is no other topic in the international world. I mean, this topic is the topic of the world. So
Coronavirus.
yeah, who is going to win the election, Trump or Biden?
I think Trump.
Trump. I feel the same. Biden is a good contender, but this is not his
He's a good
time.
politician, but Trump is Trump. You know, he's a president already, so
Yeah,
he has a lot of advantage.
Trump is how you say a rebel guy, irreverent.
I think Trump is a, a better businessman, and United States is a big business, so I think he's the right one.
Yeah,
That's why the
United
other one is
States.
a good politician, but I don't know.
Yeah, but in this election, it's demonstrated that business runs everything, even democracy. And can you imagine that a businessman is running the democracy of an entire country? So that's kind of what is happening in Colombia. So that we are blind citizens, we don't want to see the reality of the world. But that's something, it's good that to happen because it makes us reflect about what is true in our society. So sometimes we walk and we don't pay attention to what to what the news is saying. They are hiding the truth, but they made that with an intention. They have to follow the capital and the business. Well, Emily, she hasn't participated yet. She has problem with her microphone. Okay. Emily, are you ready?
Yes, tutor.
Okay. This time you are going to work with Steven. Did you understand the dynamic?
Um,
Steven is
Maybe.
going to select two pictures and you are going to talk about 1 minute about those pictures. Be ready. Steven, go ahead.
Okay, Emily, I select picture number 6, the last one. The guy's playing with a ball,
Wait,
and
wait. What?
and the last one, number 6,
Okay.
and picture number 2, the lady with a book. Oh, sorry, I have two questions. What impression of the colleague I have? Now question number 2.
Me dan un minutico, es que estoy bregando a leerla aquí.
Are you ready, Emily? I'm going to start the counter. Ready, Emily? Number 2 and
Okay,
number 6.
the two pictures, I noticed that she is reading a book, and a library study is important for her. So it could be a maybe hobby. In this picture, a football. I don't know. I have much to say about football. I don't know about the sport. I don't like. This is funny. Finish.
You have 10, 10 seconds yet, Emily. Okay, stop. Well, Emily, raise the question to Steven now.
Okay. The first question and the pictures 3 and 4.
Okay. Which impression of the college life? I think on picture number 3, they are very concerned about. It's like an exposition, and they are like concerned about this student life. It seems to be an Indian college, so it's like a crowded place. And the picture number 4, we see we could call it like a cosmopolitan place. We see different people from different countries. We can see people from Africa or something like that, and it's a very crowded place. We can see sharing time, spending time together, talking each other, and it's like they are waiting for someone to start the class, or maybe they are in an activity and preparing for the class. So both of them show the time they are keeping, they are spending together, and before a class. That's it. Do I still have time? Your microphone too.
Yeah, I was taking the score, the time in my mobile phone. So
Uh,
you scored 1 minute.
exactly.
Well, Diane, Emily, Gisela, Steven, we're done for today. The time is over. I want to thank you because this exercise really helped us to see our weakness, but also our strengths. Okay, sometimes we run out of word, but that means that we are running out of vocabulary, out of, I don't know, adjective or adverbs. But the truth is that we do not run out of those words because those words, I mean, make part of our repertoire. We just have need to awaken them. And the best way is to, to practice. I want to thank all of you because your participation was good, and this was a really interesting exercise. So see you next
Tutor,
Thursday afternoon.
I have a question. Sorry.
Go ahead, please.
Is there any way to see our scores? The scores we got now?
Of course, but not yet because there is some like 4 sessions missing yet. But you mean the model quizzes?
Yes.
I think in the third session, from the third
Okay.
session ahead, maybe it's possible.
Okay.
But by my personal experience, sometimes it takes longer than expected, because some tutors also takes too much time to revise or to score our works or listening. In my
And
case, my tutor is,
how many seasons are we gonna have? Or how
we
many
are going to
classes?
have eight.
Eight.
Eight. That was what you were told, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Diane, you were you are informed of how many seasons are we going to have?
How many seasons?
Yeah,
For all?
for the speaking encounters, we are going to have 8 sessions. Okay. Well, that's it for today. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, tutor.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you
See
guys.
you.
Goodbye,
Bye.
tutor. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.